Hey guys, how you doing? I'm back for another day of some more tips, some more real estate tips. Just working from home in this nasty Katy, Texas weather. Hasn't stopped raining for like 2 days, but hey, it's nothing. I want to say I appreciate the feedback and the questions, and I was glad I was able to answer some of your questions yesterday, and also encourage some people who are on the fence about going shopping for homes to go shop. I'm gonna bring you the numbers from a good economy and a bad economy. You know, the opinions and fear mongering and stuff about what's gonna happen at your job. I don't get into that. I don't know what the market's gonna do as far as people being employed or unemployed. I just know what the numbers are. And if you're not home shopping and you have the means, you have the money, then you're crazy. If you don't have a home right now. But I wanted to touch on something different today, and that's the negotiation part of a home in this particular market, because we're not in a typical market. We are still in a seller's market, believe it or not. The only reason they're calling it a buyer's market is because we have so many buyers out there trying to get a home. That's why you may hear the buyer's market, but sellers literally don't have to take anything off the price of the home right now. If the home is priced right or near appraisal, there is no incentive and no reason why a seller would drop their price. If a seller drops their price, it's to make repairs or to fix something, or because they don't think they're gonna meet appraisal. They have a house that's close to immaculate, they're not dropping the price. And some of you guys who are home shopping right now, you're going out and you're looking at house number 1, 2, 3. By the time you get to 3, house 1 is sold. And that's the way the market is. So if you're going out there, get ready to make an offer. Because if you're not ready to make an offer, don't go house shopping. A lot of this home shopping you could do is on Zillow until you're ready to go to a lender and get pre-approved, and then let it fly. But I just want to say, since this is still a seller's market, do not negotiate price. All right, I'm telling you something. You're like, Damon, what the hell what the hell you talking about? You lost me. Look, don't negotiate price. Don't listen to what anyone else tells you. Price, the seller is not going to drop his price, his or her price. Negotiate closing costs, because price, for one, it's a seller's market, and then price it's a psychological thing. It's a mental thing. You know, people want what they want for their house. If my house worth $300,000, I want $300,000 for my house, nothing less. And then we got the buyer who's coming in. I need a deal. You know, I had a it's funny. I had a lead call me a couple of days ago. I guess he got one of my ads, and he called. He was like, "Yeah, I was looking at this house, and my wife and I want to go into." He said, "But I'm gonna just tell you straight up. You know, I only shop deals." You know, I'm like, okay. He said, "So what I mean by that is, you know, I got to get money. The price has to come down, you know, drastically." I said, "Well, I may not be the best realtor for you, because if you're expecting the price to go down, that's likely not to happen in this market. But you can get money back in closing costs." And he's like, "Nah, I don't know. That's a little too complicated for me." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, you know, money's never complicated to me if there's something to make." And I should have told him that, but I guess, you know, it came out. But for instance, let's look at loans. All right, on a $300,000 house, you get $9,000 back. Okay, at closing. So that before closing, so that pays for your closing costs, your origination fee, your title fee, and to buy your rate down. So why am I going to get stuck on negotiating price with the seller who I know in this market is like, I could cherry pick? I'm going to hit them on the back end and say, "Okay, yeah, I'll pay you what you want for your house. Great house, beautiful house. But I want some closing costs contributions." That's where you hit them. For instance, if the house is $300,000, you want it for $290,000, seller wants to sell it for $300,000. In no way will you benefit by fighting over that $10,000 if you're financing. If you're paying cash, by all means negotiate price. But not even rich people are buying $300,000 homes cash, because they know better. Nobody, I mean, you're not doing that, because if you understand how appreciation works and how cheap money is, you just got to have some kind of ego thing going on inside where you don't want to educate yourself, because it's probably the worst time in history to buy a house cash. Now, maybe in a year or two in a market crash, we'll be singing a different tune, absolutely. But now you're crazy to buy a house cash. I'm telling you, you're crazy. So when the seller says they want their house for 300 grand, you want to pay 290. If you're putting down 3% on a $300,000 home and you get it for 290, you're saving $300 on your down payment. So you're gonna go tooth and nail on your seller for $300 to put down on a $300,000 house. Again, the numbers don't add up. Same thing if you're putting 10% down, okay? 10% of 300 grand is 30 grand. All right, so if you go from 300 grand to 290 grand, you're saving $29,000. So you're saving $1,000. A nice chunk of change, but again, not a substantial amount of money to go tooth and nail with a seller behind. But what if I can say, hey, I want seller contributions. I want the max amount. Whatever my loan is allowing, I want the max. Because lenders have different packages where you can get certain amount of seller contributions. So for instance, in most cases, conventional loans let you get close to what you're putting down. There is a max, don't quote me, but I know some people get 10% back. So essentially between 3 and 7%. So FHA loans allow you to get 6% of seller contributions. So that means you could literally get 6% in closing costs. So that's not bad. 6% of 300,000 is 18 grand, I think, something like that. So that's not bad at all. You can get that in seller contributions. You have to be somewhere where, you know, a $300,000 home can be purchased with an FHA loan. In no Texas, you can buy a $300,000 plus home with an FHA loan. California, you can buy a $600 and something thousand house with an FHA loan. So, you know, there are different limits for different states and different cities, but go for the closing costs because you can buy it on your interest rates. If you can buy your interest rate down from a 4% to 3.5% on a $200,000 home, that's $50 a month. That's $600 a year. I know I could find a better way to spend $600. You know, a year. That's actually a good deal. Don't focus on the price, because when you focus on price, it's going to be an ego thing with you and the seller. Let the seller get their price, negotiate closing costs. And by all means, if something's wrong with the house, let them make repairs. I'm not saying just go in the house, the door's not closing and roof coming down, lights ain't working. Yeah, get that stuff done, but don't fight with them for the price. It's a seller's market. Hit them in the back with the closing costs. You're going to benefit a lot more if you're financing. This is for people who are financing. So I just wanted to drop that nugget in there and make sure that you're ready to buy. And when you go in, don't worry about the price. Get yourself a nice interest rate. Get that nice 3.0, 2.5 interest rate, and then move on. And you'll be happy you did. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.